everyone. Welcome to Freebird Spirit YouTube channel. Thanks for swinging by and hanging out for a little bit. I love this community, and I am giving you all big hugs right now. So I want to check into what's going on with Trump. It looks like, according to the Times, that New York civil and criminal investigations have expanded in investigating Trump, and so they're looking into the whole Trump organization as well. I feel like these fingers are going deep, and I'm sensing some anxiety there. Ivanka's involved in all that as well. So, well, the whole organization, but I wanted to look into that more. What does it look like? What's the outcome there? Because I've always felt that there's no way that Trump would ever, I don't ever see him spending any time in jail. Although that doesn't mean the people around him won't spend any time in jail, but I want to just check into this. So let's see, what question? How should we pose the question? Okay. Is this the real deal? Because you know how frustrating it is, how he's gotten away with so much. I mean, it's impressive. It's like, so is this a real deal? So we keep hearing, oh, this and that, and this is going to be falling on his head. This is going to be falling on his head. And it's not that we want another human being to suffer or, blah, 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 but it is injustice. It's injustice on us all because we're all held to the standard. Why isn't he? It's kind of like that. So let's take a look. Is this really going to affect him? Are these here we go. Are these investigations that the New York civil and criminal investigations are coming down? Will it? Yeah. All right. So that's the question I'm going to ask. So here I go. All right. Let's take a look at this. So I was asking, but we'll take a look and read this together. So I was asking, like, what's happening with this? Will there be any repercussions on him? Will he, what's going to take place? So let's take a look. The center of the reading, which we'll come back to as well, but the center, which tends to be the theme, you have the Nine of Wands and the snake. So this is, someone who is really defending themselves, defending their territory, taking up defense, right? At all costs, protecting what is theirs. So this is coming in, and with the snake, it's bringing in kind of like a slippery slope here. I'm seeing it's going to be difficult for them, really, really difficult to be able to defend their territory. So to defend the Trump organization, I think it's slippery. I feel like it's going to be really difficult for them to defend, but that's what they're doing. They're going to be trying to defend the organization and themselves. Okay, so let's start at the beginning of the reading and I'll read across. The beginning, we have the world and the whip. The world is in reverse here, okay? So what I'm seeing here is with the world, you have where it's kind of really in reverse. It's bringing in that energy of failure. Like it's like frozen. So it could be bringing in that frozen assets, like they're going to freeze their assets possibly, because this is where Trump's whole world is coming to a stop. And, you know what I mean? And with that whip coming in with that, it's talking about that. Again, bringing in that tension and that fight and so forth, but I feel like they're just really whipping it in, and they're going to freeze everything, okay? Next to it, you have the Three of Cups in reverse and the mice. Okay, so the Three of Cups. So I keep getting the Three of Cups, don't I? And if you've seen my last one, I accidentally said, when the Three of Cups is in reverse, it's three is a party. And I meant to say it's three is a crowd, or I'm still laughing about that. And so does everybody else who sees it. But anyways, yeah. So we've been getting that a lot with him. Interesting. Should probably dig deeper into that Three of Cups in reverse. But this is coupled with the mice. So it's continued discord and toxic and, you know, eating away at and all that, coupled with the Three of Cups in reverse, which is there's they've overdone them, like they overstepped, and they were too greedy and they overstepped, and it's causing a rift within not only the family, but just their whole social network is coming down around them. Okay, it's getting eaten away at with the mice, eating away at all this and their reputation and all that, and no one is attaching. People are going to be leaving their attachment with them. Back to the center of the reading again, where you have the snake and the Nine of Wands, and you know, they're going to be on the defensive, but they're going to have a hard time, difficult, because it's slippery slope with this snake here. Too many lies. They can't keep up with all their lies and all the stuff they did. It's too slippery, but they're going to, you know, continue to try to defend that. Okay, now we're into the challenge spot. This is what's challenging them. And you have the Nine of Swords in reverse, and so yeah, and the bouquet. With that combination, you have where it's hopeless. Like there's just so much, like you saw in the cards before. There's just so much. It's just hopeless. It's hopeless, and they keep trying to grab onto something that could come out and save them and be a surprise, and something that would, you know, yeah, like an offer of some sort, a surprise, but it's not coming. It's in the challenge spot. Here in the last spot, we have the Temperance and the Rider in reverse. Okay, so with Temperance in reverse, it's, you know, they, because of their lack of seeing the big picture of things and being able to make good choices and all that. They're imbalanced. It's showing this imbalance here, discord. It can be a volatile thing, but coupled with the writer, that's what we want to look at as well. The writer brings in movement, important news, like a messenger, fast movement. So I feel like this is going to move faster than we think. Like they're moving on it. They're not going to let this sit. They're moving on it. That's what I'm seeing there. So in regards to this, you can see kind of what's going on. I mean, we have a bit of a feel that, you know, obviously they're going to try to defend it with all they have, but it's not going to help them. And I do see that it's freezing of assets and stuff. Now, should we ask? Should we dare ask? Is there a possibility that Trump will go to jail? Now, I'm going to pause this because I want to clean this up and it'll take too long and get the cards shuffled, you know, shuffle the cards. So let's take I'm going to pause it. I'll be right, you won't even know. All right, so let's check in. All cleaned up. Okay, so I know that we've always gotten that Trump's not going to jail, so but we want to ask that question. So let's check it out. Will he go to jail? Okay, let's see what we got. We have the Ace of Swords coming in reverse, misuse of power, misinformation, failed communications. The next card that came in is the Nine of Pentacles. This talks about consistent effort, a completion of a project that brings rewards. Let's see, okay. And then the last card coming in is the Moon. And the Moon brings in illusion, fear, anxiety, betrayal, deception, hidden motives. So reading these together, I don't see jail. However, I feel something, but I don't see jail. I feel like it's going to show that he, you know, obviously misused his power, and it was all for trying to build his wealth, and that it was full of deception and all that. But I didn't get any like he's going to jail, and that was the question I asked. But it just kind of says kind of what they're going to be finding. But we already knew all that, so I guess it's going to just be like a for real thing. But as far as jail, I didn't get a yes or no. Again, I could do my yes or no cards. I'll need to do that. Do a quick yes, just quick yes or no, jail, yes or no, jail. And again, it's more like, it's not a yes or no. So I don't know what to tell you on that one, guys. I never did see that farm, but something's going to happen because all that, you know, this is what they're going to show. Let's see if Ivanka's going to jail. Ivanka's going to jail. She's right in the thick of all these things. And again, you know, we don't want, but still, it's the injustice of it. It's a little different, but still, I feel like, let's see, let's read these together. I'll just put them all up at one time. Let me see, what are they? Yep, Hierophant, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Wands, and the Mount. There we go. There they nicely fanned. Okay, so starting with the Hierophant, you know, that's that authority coming down, and there's a structure in place for a reason, and we need to obey the law and all that. So I do feel like there is going to be some of that on her, coming down on her. But it looks like they're going to give her an offer of some sort, and she may need to do some at home, like not actually in the jail system, but at like some other type of penalty, like maybe she'll have to wear an ankle bracelet at home, or it looks like she takes some kind of offer, ends up taking some kind of offer, but it's going to keep her in her own territory. But you can see that it's still that kind of like on the defensive, you know, whatever. Interesting. Okay. Well, there you have it on both of them. I could throw 3 cards. Let's see if we get a yes or no for her for sure, but I'm thinking she's going to take some kind of offer that keeps her out of jail, but still has some repercussions. She may. It's kind of a yes or no for her as well. It's kind of like that she may, if she doesn't take that offer, or a lesser sentence, taking an offer for a lesser sentence, but they're not going to let her get away with it. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, when it gets closer to it, we'll read again on her to see. But out of this whole thing, she's more likely to spend time behind bars and trumpets. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out and going through this reading with me. And until next time, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Blessings.